You have heard it said, thou shalt do sats before bed. You have heard it spoken of, that thou shalt do robotic affirmations 50 million times a day. Well, I want you to take all those techniques, I want you to take all those meditations, and I want you to take all of those routines and methods and microwavables and shut up your ass. Because it's not about the technique or the methods that you're doing. It is only about who you are when you're doing them. Okay, guys, this is crucial. Okay, matter of fact, look me in the eyes. Okay, I am dead serious. This is what separates the ones who get their manifestation and the ones who are just stuck there waiting. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you what they call the sauce, wisdom, the knowledge, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you the game. Okay, I'm gonna spit some game here. Okay, like you youngsters say these days, right? Y'all want game? Here it is. The same way that you do techniques about your SP, about the money, about the physical appearance change, I want you to start doing techniques on the state. Okay? The same way that you book consultation calls with your manifestation coach or with me, right? The best in the business. The same way that you do those consultation calls about SP is the same way that I want you to do your consultations about the state. Okay? Come here. Would I be telling you this for no reason? No, I wouldn't. Because I'm telling you a secret right now. The moment you start focusing on the state is the moment that you begin what all the monks, what all the people on Pinterest or TikTok or Snapbook are talking about when they say self-love. Be yourself, love. You see, because when you focus on the state, you're focusing on who you're being. And when you focus on who you're being, you're not focusing on what your SP is doing, on what this wealthy CEO is doing with their business. No, it's all about you. Because you're missing something. There could never be a rejection in your life that didn't involve you. Okay? There could never be an eviction notice plastered on your door if it didn't involve you. Okay, who's the one getting evicted? It's you. Who's the one getting rejected? It's you. Everything is you. Don't you get it? This is all about you. You see, because whenever you are telling yourself the story about how shitty your life is and how you want this, you want that, it's all about you. But instead of making you at the forefront and putting yourself on the pedestal, it's all based off of, I want this money for financial freedom so I can be away from the job. So you are thinking of the freedom as if it's something outside of you. You want that specific person, right? But you are focusing on that specific person and you're not focusing on yourself, right? But again, this relationship cannot function by itself. It needs two. It needs you. So why are you having a relationship with your SP and forgetting all about yourself? Because you got to understand one thing. The way that it works is that, like we've been hearing constantly from the beginning, Everyone is you pushed out. What does that mean? It means that whatever you have been dwelling on internally, whether it's through inner conversations, whether it's through your insecure mindset, whether it's through your beliefs, whatever you tell yourself, that has to be shown to you. It has to be. Okay? So, when you understand that it's all you, then you understand that you can do imaginal acts about you and your SP getting married, banging each other on the balcony, downtown Seattle, right? But that should only be for when you feel like doing the techniques, okay? But if there's anything that you need to work on in this journey of trying to get your goal, it's the state, okay? Again, no one has ever manifested their specific person, the money, or a physical appearance change or anything without getting into the state. Now, a lot of people will say that they got it by accident, that they, got it without trying, but no. Because when they say that, they think that they weren't doing anything, but they were doing everything, because if they were not trying, then they were acting as the one who's not trying. Because I'm going to let you in on another secret. Get closer. When you are constantly using affirmations as a band-aid, your reality realizes, oh, he's not actually the guy in this relationship. He's actually not the guy who's telling himself in the mirror that I am love, I'm perfection. You are just saying that as a technique. So therefore, you no longer are seeing results from the technique. All you are doing is just reminding reality that you don't have it. Because you would not be doing a technique if you were in the relationship. Like, you would not be telling yourself every single day in the morning, like, me and my SP are married. Me and my SP are married. They love me. They love me. They have a life-size poster of me on their wall that they pray and bow down to every single night. You wouldn't be saying that if you already had them. Okay? And any of you guys who say that you would, okay, what the weirdos, okay? You wouldn't, okay? So, whenever you manifest things without even thinking, it's not by accident. It's just you happened to detach. It feels like it was an accident because you didn't feel anything. Well, that's the point, is when you don't feel anything, when it just happens without you trying, the lack of effort comes from a place of abundance, of I don't need to do it a certain way. I just am this way. It's natural to me. Of course, I'm going to get that number 2 pencil. Of course, I'm going to get that free coffee. Of course, I'm going to get the green light when I go out there in traffic. Right? That's why we manifest things that we don't care about. Okay? But again, guys, watch what happens when you shift your focus, when you're doing these techniques and these sat sessions and these imaginal acts, and you instead focus on the state. Just watch what happens. Okay, this is like whenever you see a boxer, right, who was so focused on going for the home run, or rather, the knockout punch. Well, technically it is kind of like a home run. And instead of trying to just jab his way to eventually breaking down his opponent, he just keeps swinging left hooks, right hooks. And next thing you know, it's the freaking 3rd round and he's already gassed out and he still has 9 more rounds to go. While his opponent, who wasn't doing shit in the first 3 rounds, he's ready to go. And he has 9 rounds left to catch up. And eventually by the 6th round, you're losing because you're being a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass, guys. Because I'm going to let you in on another little secret. when you have to ask yourself or ask your manifestation coach, should I do this affirmation? Or what affirmation should I do to do this? You are no longer doing the affirmation from a place of having it. You are doing a technique to get something. It's time for another secret. Here we go. You ready? Come here. The real way to do these techniques, and again, just to clarify, when we say techniques that you do, affirmations, imaginal acts, there's no one technique that you're supposed to do. And there's no thing of like you have to do at least one imaginal act and one sat session and one affirmation. No. You can do literally whatever the fuck you want. If you notice that whenever you use goat's hair at 12 o'clock at night and, sacrifice it to the Lord of the Crickets, and that somehow makes women get wet and moist for you, well, then fuck it. Do that shit every day. Do that shit every hour. Get all the fucking goats you can get. Bah. But if it fucking exhausts you, don't do it. Because your boy Neil Arthos here, that's what he does with his clients. He cares about giving them, if anything, advice that will just push them forward, or techniques that will, push them through. Pause, right? But that will get them to the finish line quicker without much effort, okay? A wise short man once said, shorter than me, but one of my favorite boxers, work smarter, not harder. Okay? So, and that's the thing. And you can ask Stephanie, Demario, Blinky, vouch for me, guys, in the comments if you're watching this right here. The self-pedestalizations that I give to my clients daily, and we have a daily affirmation package where you basically tell me the biography of your situation, and then from that information, I make affirmations specifically about that scenario using names that you provide and all that stuff, and it hits the subconscious better because it's fun, it's active, and I exaggerate the affirmations, and people, my clients laugh, and it gets them in the state, because ultimately when you're in the state of no longer being depressed, of like, oh my gosh, why is she talking to the tall black guy in the background? It's like, bro, stop and just tell yourself that she fucking, drinks your cum and her Lucky Charms, and it's something that makes you laugh. You have a good time, right? And it's the complete opposite of what you're constantly telling yourself. Oh, she's not talking to me, so I'm a loser. I suck. I'm never gonna get pussy. Oh. Or like, oh, well, he didn't give me a hug today, so I guess I'm never gonna get married. Oh, I'll never have children. Right? That's what the self-pedestalizations are. And I wish I could tell you that some of my other stuff have been what really helped my clients, but that has actually been the one that I've noticed people saying they've seen overnight results. Links are in the description. But look, when you realize that the technique is not everything, and that it's about the state that you're in when you're doing the technique, the most powerful realization that I understood with affirmations and with all these methods that I've been learning from other coaches, right? Because manifestation coaches need other coaches too sometimes, right? Well, the biggest realization that has helped me is that I actually need to lay off the affirmations for a while. I actually need to stop doing techniques, and I just need to live life. Because when I am constantly trying to make sure that I meet a quota every single day, oh fuck, I gotta do my imaginations today, I gotta do my self-pedestalizations, I am actually, that's the same exact thing as doing a sat session of telling myself, I'm doing these techniques to get my SP because my SP hates me. It's the same thing as fucking seeing an imaginal act of them fucking the third party or having sex with your brother or whatever, okay? You might as well be doing that because it's going to fuck it up, because you're basically telling reality that you don't have them, okay? So in other words, you can't do a technique as the one who doesn't have them. You have to do the technique as the guy who already does have them. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, oh, well, what the fuck? Okay, but that's the whole point. I'm doing the technique because I don't have them. Okay. Buddy, calm down. Take a seat. Okay? Have a drink. Look. What did I just say? It's not about the technique. It's about who you are. Now, you can still do the techniques, but if there's any technique that I would tell you to do whenever you are noticing something not going your way with the specific person, or even if you're doing a physical appearance change and you're like, what the fuck, it's been 5 months and still I look like melted ice cream, right? Well, instead of fretting on the fact that you haven't seen any results in your body weight, or that she's still not blowing up your phone with nudes every day, right? Like this SP that I just had, right? She told me a month ago that she didn't ever want to be with me. And now fucking this shit is losing battery because she cannot stop fucking sending. You know what? Let's not get demonetized here, but come on. Nothing is set in stone here, right? But what did I say at the beginning? Focus on the state. So if you know that you can manifest easy things like a pencil or a coffee, or one of the most common ones, you're thinking of a song that you haven't heard in a while, and next thing you know, you hear it in the fucking elevator. Well, who the fuck uses elevators nowadays? You see it on TikTok, right? I keep thinking we're over here in 2002. Whoops. Generation, what am I, Z, X? I don't even remember. I'm 50. But you think of a song and then you see it on TikTok. You see it on social media. You see it in a show that you're watching, right? Well, you know that manifestation works, okay? So if you know that it works, why not use that for whatever state you're trying to do? So then all you got to do is figure out, okay, well, what would I be feeling if I was with my SP? And then whatever, if it's the feeling of not giving a fuck, okay, then make your focus, instead of manifesting them sending you a text, manifest you being the guy in that state. And I guarantee you, you will see results within weeks, maybe even days. Because remember, you can't get your SP either ways until you fix the internal. And when people hear that, they're like, oh my gosh, no. It's like when the teacher tells them, hey guys, we got pizza, but first you gotta do a test. You're like, oh my God, just fucking fuck the pizza, man. I'll just eat my toenails. But you see, you're missing the point. Why does the teacher tell the children that you need to take this test and then you can have the pizza? Because he knows that in the end, he doesn't want them to be like their drunk, alcoholic, meth head of a father who can't even fucking spell the word the. He's like, Z-H-E, get the fuck out of my classroom. Okay? Well, the same with you, ladies, gentlemen, okay? You got to fix the internal. But you see, that doesn't mean like you just start a fucking construction site that's going to take days, months, years. It's like, well, I got to fix my childhood trauma. I got to do this. I got to do that. Again, what did I just say? You're thinking of fucking Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen. And next thing you know, you haven't heard that song in months. And next thing you know, it's fucking playing in a commercial. And you're like, what the fuck? They don't even play music like that in that type of commercial. It's a fucking commercial. Cheez-Its. I'm telling you, that happens to me all the fucking time. Why? Because whenever I'm thinking of the song, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Right? But you manifest it instantly right there. Right? So, again, you might be getting movement. You might be getting text message from your SP. You might be getting looks from them. Maybe it's somebody who you haven't asked out yet, or it's not an ex. Maybe you are getting some sort of results, but you haven't gotten all the way there yet, right? Like a very common one is a lot of my clients will say that they are texting their SP, but it hasn't escalated yet. Well, that could simply be because they were doing so many fucking techniques that obviously reality is like, okay, well, we have to fucking invite them, bro, because there's just too much demand on the subconscious, but we just don't know what we're gonna do yet because homeboy keeps saying that he's God, that she sees him as his fucking like the so sexier than Adonis, and that his dick is the size of Alaska, but then at the same token, he's keeps checking her Facebook and fucking WhatsApp status, acting like a little bitch. So we have to make sure to give him a little bit of being, you know, with the guy with the dick bigger than Antarctica, but then also we need to make him a little bitch. Right? So that's why you're seeing hot and cold results, because you're being hot and cold with yourself. Right? Well, guess what? You throw a grenade on that shit when you take the focus off of the SP. Stop manifesting your SP and start manifesting the state. Start manifesting the state, and I swear to me that it's gonna work. Okay? Now, guys, for the love of Lanta, book a phone call with me. I can read souls. Okay? I know I can reach yours. Okay? What the hell are you waiting for? The links are in the description. And by the way, guys, if you join the membership channel, you get discounts to consultations. Okay? Also, you get access on the membership channel to the next 2 months of videos. Okay? And also success stories that you will not see on the public side. And also techniques that are too taboo for the public side of YouTube. Okay? I will see you guys soon. I love you guys. Mwah.